learn how to do my full moon ritual to let things go, release, and purge so you can call in abundance in 2021. Hi babes, our first full moon of 2021 is on January 28th, and I'm very excited that you want to learn my full moon ritual as I have set up right here. It's such a great practice to help you release, purge, and let go of anything that is no longer serving you. Now, this full moon specifically is in Leo right now in January, and I'm not an astrology expert by any means. I don't claim to be one, but I do research all the moons to learn what I need to focus on during this time. And of course, the timing of this moon couldn't be better because there is a lot of energy happening on this planet right now, like what's happening in politics, the disclosures that are happening, and just overall the awakening occurring all over the world. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So what I've learned for this upcoming full moon in Leo is that this Leo energy is calling you to rise into your light and lead with your heart. And this is really fitting and important right now because of everything that's happening. Our entire world is literally in division over politics, governments, lockdowns, how the media plays a role in all of this, on social media, and everything else. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you're living and breathing, you've seen it. And all of this happening has most likely caused division between your friends, you and your family members, coworkers, on social media, everyone, right? And maybe you're feeling distracted or you have mixed emotions about everything. And even though everything to date has happened purposefully to divide us, right now during this full moon energy and moving forward, use this time to go into your heart and use that heart energy to get centered. And a great way to go into your heart is to use this method that I actually learned from Pam Gregory, who is an astrologer that I actually learned a lot of my moon and planet astrology from. So how you get into this heart energy and stay in your heart is to imagine that you're breathing in and out of your heart just like your lungs. So if you can just imagine your heart breathing like a lung, that's what I want you to do. So I just want to take a couple minutes right now, not even, just a couple breaths. Take a couple breaths with me because I know all of us, even myself, today's been kind of crazy, and I'm sure for you maybe as well. I want you to just sit there, close your eyes, put your hand over your heart, and I want you to just breathe in deeply. Envision that heart filling up, and then exhale. Breathe in, hold for a moment, envision that heart filling up, and let go. And now even I want you to envision as you breathe in, envision it filling up with positive heart energy. And then as you breathe out, you're letting go any negative heart energy. Breathe in and out. And then one more. Breathe in and out. So how do you feel now compared to a couple minutes ago? Pretty incredible, right? Like, even I myself was very energetic, okay, video time. And now I'm feeling like, oh, so just, it's such a different energy. And by doing that, this creates heart coherence. Now, if you don't know what heart coherence is, I'm so excited to teach you. It's actually measurable, and it's the science behind being able to raise your vibration, and you can raise others' vibrations as well. So what happens when you enter this heart coherence, your electromagnetic field expands. So just imagine that. And every cell in your body becomes coherent, which is an incredible healing property. And if you're not already familiar with Dr. Joe Dispenza, I highly, highly recommend reading or listening to, actually listen to it because it's pretty long, Becoming Supernatural. And he teaches a lot on heart coherence. And so when this positive electromagnetic field that you create from your heart center, you can actually also infect other people with that coherence as well. So this is how you can send love and send it out to the collective, even if you're not physically close with someone like around you. It's really, really powerful. So I want you to take this heart coherence breathing practice and do it whenever you're feeling stressed out, angry, confused, distracted, or any type of emotion when you feel just completely scattered. And just come back to this breathing technique to get your energy back to coming from your heart. So now that you can tap into your heart energy, let me teach you how to do this full moon ritual. So I'm going to be showing you one of the basic full moon rituals that you can literally do for any full moon throughout the year. This is literally my staple full moon ritual, and I'll be sharing throughout the year different updates on different additions you can do to the full moon rituals, because every single full moon has a different type of energy as we move through the different types of zodiacs and what's going on in the world and the universe with our planets and stars. So there is always something extra you can do for every single full moon. But this full moon ritual that I'm sharing with you today is one that I just said you can use for literally any full moon in order to release and purge what no longer serves you. So today I'm teaching you that heart coherence breathing so you can get into your heart and then do your full moon ritual. So what is the full moon and why is it so important? I get a question, what's the difference between full moon, new moon? Watch my new moon ritual video to learn more about the full moon. But for the full moon, basically just think of it as it's full. So the moon is full. So just think of something when it's full. You have to empty it out, or, for example, I don't want to compare the moon to the trash can, but say your trash is full, right? So what are you going to do? You got to go take the trash out and dump it out, because you need to purge it. So just think of the full moon, you've like topped it up. Now we got to dump it out because we need to make that room to be able to bring in more abundance. So you got to release and purge whatever no longer serves you. So when it comes to full moon rituals, they are for releasing and purging the things that no longer serves us in our lives. And you can use this full moon energy to just check in with yourself, to rest, to restore, to let go of all that is dense and heavy. And you want to ask yourself what habits, patterns, or even behaviors that you're willing to let go of to make room for a new way of being. So it's a really good time to just reflect every single month. And below this video, I have included a link to download this full moon ritual. There are quite a few steps. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff right here. So I've created a PDF for you to download, and I highly recommend saving it to your iBooks on your iPhone for easy reference when you are doing this ritual. Or you can just kind of take screenshots of it and keep it in your photos on your phone. So let's dive in to me demonstrating how to perform this ritual. So what you'll need for this ritual is basically a sacred space or room that's free of distractions. Put your phone on do not disturb, no kids, no pets, no anything, especially because you got like fire and stuff that's going to be going on here. You want sage or palo santo, your favorite crystals, white and black candles, that's important. You can also have angel tarot cards or oracle cards, a journal and a pen. You also want a loose leaf sheet of paper and a bowl of water, and then also a cup as well, so you can fill this up with water later. So let me explain the whole 10 steps of this moon ritual, and then I'll teach you how to do each step. So step number 1 is to create a sacred space or room free of all distractions, just like I kind of mentioned. And if ideally you want to be outside under the moon for this, but for example, I'm in California in January, it's 55 degrees outside, and tonight it's going to be, or at nighttime, it's going to drop into the, I don't even know, 40s or something like that. I will not be sitting outside in the moon because it's too dang cold. So what I do is I make sure that wherever I set up my full moon ritual, I can at least see the moon from inside in the house. And if you are unable to do that, I do recommend that you can still do the full moon ritual. You don't have to see it. I just love the vibe of being able to see the moon. It just makes it more just magical and spiritual. But if you cannot set up even inside with seeing the moon, it's okay. You can still do the ritual. Just make sure that when you go to lay out your crystals to be charged up by the moon, you have to have those in the moonlight. So please be sure that you just run outside, put them somewhere where they don't get affected by rain or snow if you're somewhere that's snowing, somewhere safe that they can definitely get charged up by the moon. But you can definitely still do the ritual regardless if you can see it or not. It's just ideal that if you can, it just creates more of an incredible full moon vibe. Step number 2 is find and play the Moon Vibes playlist on Spotify. I've linked it down below. But all you have to do is search on Spotify the Manuscripting Circle official playlist and play that playlist for this ritual, or you can use any other full moon vibe music that you'd like. Then step 3 is to lay out all of your crystals, your journal, your candles, your cards, etc., and make a space for the card pulling and meditation and journaling. So when you do this, I do recommend you will be burning some paper and making a little fire. So I've only set up here on the carpet because I'm filming this video. Otherwise, I would definitely set up somewhere that maybe it isn't carpet, or I would lay something down to make sure that, for example, when we do go to burn some paper, if some paper fell off, I'm not gonna burn a hole in the carpet. So just FYI, you wanna be safe as you are doing this full moon ritual. So just be smart about where you lay it out and how you perform this ritual. Step 4 is you want to cleanse the space or room of all negative energy with sage or Palo Santo. So you have your Palo Santo here, and I'll teach you guys how to do it in just a minute. Step 5 is you want to do the full moon oracle or angel card pulling. So you can have your angel cards. This is optional, but it's a really fun way to do the full moon ritual. Step 6 is you want to have paper and a journal for your purge and release journaling. Step 7 is the heart coherence breathwork that you just learned. Step 8 is the abundance meditation. I've linked one down below, one that I really love doing for full moons, and it is on YouTube as well. And if you don't want to use that one, just search any sort of meditation. I have some on the Manuscripting Journal playlist as well. And then step 9 is, if you're not already outside, go outside barefoot and then just observe and bathe in the moonlight. It's so cool and powerful. And again, if weather does not permit for you to go outside, sit by a window where you can at least see the full moon and just bask in it that way too. And then lastly, step 10 is you want to leave crystals in the moonlight to charge overnight. You can also fill a glass, so I have a mason jar here, with spring water and leave it out overnight in the moonlight, and then you want to drink it the next day for some moon energy. So those are the 10 steps. So let me now show you how to do each one of those steps that needs a description. So let's first start with the cleansing script. So this is for your sage and Palo Santo. So what you're going to do is, when you get this all set up, I do recommend, if you have a lighter, that's great. If you are using matchsticks, go ahead and light one of your candles. That's usually the easiest way to just burn your sage instead of having a matchstick lit. There we go. Even though this one's pretty long, actually, I'm going to just use this one, but most matchsticks aren't this long. This is a special one, so here we go. And what you also want to make sure of, is when you do your saging, please make sure that you have either your window, and I'm pointing to my window over here, have a window cracked open and your front door. That way the negative energy can clear out from your home. If it is, again, cold or the weather is not permitting, just crack it open at least a tiny little bit just for the time that you are cleansing, and then you can close it for the rest of your ritual because it does get pretty lengthy. It can get pretty lengthy. So all you want to do here is, once you have it lit, you want to do this around yourself, and then you can walk around your space as well, and you just put it around your waist a couple times, three times, and make sure, if you have long hair, I have it down right now, usually it's in a bun when I do this, please make sure that you do not burn your hair off because there are embers on the sage that could light it, especially if you have long hair. So as you put the sage around you, what you want to say is, dear universe, dear God, dear spirit guides, dear angels, whatever your higher power is that you want to call in and speak to, say, dear Lord, dear God, dear angels, dear spirit guides, please clear any negative energies that no longer serve my higher purpose. I ask that only love, light, health, wealth, happiness, and abundance fill this space. And so it is. That's all you have to say. And usually if I'm walking around cleansing my home, I'm repeating that over and over and over until it's done. So that is it. You have cleansed yourself and your space. So now you can put that over there. Next, we'll go into the full moon card reading. So again, now I'm going to move this out of the way so I can make some space here. You will need some space. So you can use oracle or tarot cards for this ritual. Again, it doesn't matter. And I do recommend that when you pull cards, you record it in your journal. So if you have the Manuscripting Journal, if you don't have it, click the link down below, check it out. If you have the Manuscripting Journal, you want to use, at the back of the journal, there are blank pages that say notes, color, and draw. So if you did the new moon ritual in January, you already probably have that here on your paper. So just use the next page that is unused in your notes section. So you can do it right here. And that's what I'm going to have out, just like that. So for this new moon, this full moon ritual, you're going to take out your card deck, pick again whichever one that you have. So you want to start by shuffling your cards, and you can shuffle your cards in any way that you'd like. This is all intuitional, okay? And as you're shuffling them, you just want to ask your guides for insight and guidance for this next full moon cycle. So then once you're done shuffling, you're going to, and this is, I usually cut the deck 3 times, and then I'm ready to go. So when you do this, now you want to pull 5 cards. There's no right or wrong way to pull your cards. You can have them like this. You can have them fanned out. You can just pick whichever ones you feel called to. You can spread them all out on the floor. It doesn't matter. Do it however you feel that you need to pick these cards. And then same goes for cutting. Like I cut my deck 3 times. Some people just do it once. Again, whatever feels good to you and best for you right now. There's no right or wrong way to do these. And I've done these pulls every sort of way, and they always have accurate results. So don't even stress about that part. So now you'll see down below this video, you'll see a diagram of how you want to pull and lay your cards out. So just make sure that when you pull each card, you're going to pull 5 cards. Just make sure you know which one you pulled first and second and third and fourth, etc. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. So you have 1, 2 up top, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm going to show you what each of these cards mean. Okay, so card number 1 is the theme of this moon cycle. Card number 2 is what needs to be known tonight. Number 3, what needs to be released and or what is currently blocking you. Number 4 is guidance to heal this block. And number 5, the energy and outcome that will emerge from this release and healing. So then you can go through, read through all of these cards. What you then want to do is you can write down the date, the full moon ritual that you've done for full moon in Leo, and just write it out. Like the card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Write down the meanings of every single one. Look into your little card books because each card deck has these if you need that, and just write it all down. I love to keep track of this stuff because then towards the next full moon, I'll kind of like look back on it and then see, oh, okay, did this happen? Did I need to do this? Did I do this? Did I release? Did I let go? Did I heal it? And it's just really, really powerful. So that is how you do the full moon card spread. And next, we will go into the journaling part of this ritual. So what you want to do is now, what you can do is you can keep these cards out. I like to kind of keep everything out until my whole full moon ritual is done and over because I like to take a picture at the end. So make sure that if you do this full moon ritual, take some pictures while you do this or even when you're done and tag the manuscripting journal on Instagram. So next you want to use, for the journaling section, you want to use loose leaf paper. And you don't want to do it in your journal, especially if you have the manuscripting journal. Don't use this because you're gonna have to burn this paper. So I don't want you ripping up pages in your beautiful journal. So you're gonna grab this loose leaf paper, grab your pen, and you're going to pick from 3 different prompts for the full moon ritual. Now, when you read through the prompts, and again, they are down below in the PDF. I'm not going to read through every single one of them, but you're going to read through those and pick one that you want to journal on. And how you pick the 1 out of 3 is to just, as you read through them, see like either what, like your intuition of, okay, this one I have to do. Or maybe you're feeling a lot of like not anxiety, but you feel a lot of resistance to journaling on it. If you have feelings like that, then that's the one that you definitely should pick because that's the one that you should definitely do. So when you pick your journal prompt, I want you to then just write out at least for a full page. Even if you've sometimes when you start journaling, you'll feel like, oh, I have nothing to say, or I don't know. Just let your mind go. Just read the question and just start journaling and just don't even think about it. Just start journaling until your whole page is full, okay? Because with this, what you're writing down, it's going to be something to do with releasing, with purging, with something like that. You might even be angry. You might be like apologizing. You might just, there's going to be a lot of emotions when you're doing this. So the whole point of this is whatever one you pick, you're not going to actually give it to that person. No one's going to see this. The whole point is to get it all out on paper. And then what you're going to do is then you'll be able to rip it into strips. So you write it out, you tear it up, okay? Or scrunch it up or whatever that is for you. And then what you're going to do is then you're going to release it and purge it by burning it. So with this part, again, be very careful This is why you have a bowl of water. So what you're going to do is just burn it until it gets hot. Again, don't burn yourself. I'm going to be very, very careful here as I'm here on my carpet. Okay, so you're just going to take every piece, burn it as long as you possibly can. Do not burn yourself again. And I'm just going to do those 2 pieces because I literally have a fire alarm right above me. So we're just going to leave it at that. But you'll want to do all of the pieces. And if you're unable to burn it, just whatever, even if you rip it into a million pieces, put it in some water, however you would like to do that. So that is all you have to do, and that is the journaling section. So once this is complete, you can now move on to the heart coherence breathwork, which I already kind of talked about in this video. And you have a black and white candle. So this is the part where you might have already lit your candle at the beginning. I actually probably would have done that. I would have lit all my candles. So what you're going to do is light it, and I'm just going to use this matchstick, see if I can get this lit. There we go. So we're just going to light the black one. And the importance of having a black candle, which you might be wondering, I'm just going to light all the rest of these too, is when you go to blow out the candles, the black one, you're either going to blow out, it's basically like you're blowing out, the black means negative, it's the black energy. So the black one, when you blow it out, you're releasing and letting go of the black energy, or if it's a smaller candle, like a tea light or something, you just let it burn out. So then you'll go into doing your heart coherence breathwork, which I taught you already how to do. Once you're done, blow out the black candle like you're just blowing away that negative energy. So that is the breath coherence breath work, and then that's it. But don't forget that you want to follow the full 10 steps, including the abundance meditation. So now you can call in the abundance after releasing and purging. So you'll do that at the end. And again, if you're not already outside, go outside for even just a second if you can, barefoot, and if you can observe and breathe in the moonlight. And if the weather does not permit, again, just sit by your window, bask in that moon energy. Just take this time for yourself. Don't rush this process. It's really magical when you can do it. And then again, don't forget to leave your crystals in the moonlight to charge overnight, and also fill up that glass with spring water so you can leave that out to drink the next day for some awesome moon energy. So now it's your turn. Perform this full moon ritual in Leo and let me know how it works for you. Please, 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 if you do it, comment below or tag the Manuscripting Journal on Instagram when you do this ritual. I really want to see your setup and also repost you. So if you take some cool pictures, especially if you have the Manuscripting Journal, please, please, please take some. You guys have seen the Instagram account. If you haven't, go check it out. If you have the Manuscripting Journal, take some images that would fit the feed, because if you guys take photos, even if you just DM them to me, I would be more than happy to repost them if it kind of fits the aesthetic. So just check out the feed. If you can take some pictures that could like fit the flow, send them over, or send them over anyway, just tag me. I'd be more than happy to share them in stories and repost you, because I just want to see this entire amazing sisterhood grow by doing this type of work. Not only is it just like the woo-woo spiritual side of things, but truly you are coming from this heart-centered place where you can just help raise the consciousness of this planet. And we can do that all individually, because again, remember, even if we are all separated and we're not together physically, we will be as a collective raising the vibration together. And this is all the work, the releasing, the purging, the calling in abundance. This is how we raise the vibration. And it's so, so very powerful. So I hope you do this full moon ritual. Please, please, please let me know how it goes. Let me know if you have any other questions. And if you don't already have the Manuscripting Journal, click that link below this video. Go check it out. And I hope to see you inside the Manuscripting Sisterhood as well. So thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe so you can see upcoming videos of mine. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.